up to my favorite bunch of beauties? Welcome back to Beauty Over Age. Today I wanted to do what I call my coffee talks, and I wanted to sort of get into the topic of self-esteem. I do have this is not coffee. FYI, this is not coffee. Although it says I need coffee, this is just the rest of my soda. But we're going to have a coffee talk today. We are going to talk about self-esteem, especially in the face of adversity. And sorry, I have my notes here. But when I say in the face of adversity, that means in the face of trying to maintain your self-esteem when you feel like people are tearing you down, trying to maintain your self-esteem when you have an invisible illness and either people don't understand it or they don't want to understand it. They always want to pull the negative out. Trying to maintain your self-esteem when people are bringing things back up from the past and won't let you be great, for lack of a better word, in the present because they keep talking about things that you did. So if that sounds like it is a personal issue, it is a personal issue, but I just wanted to kind of share it with you all. I wanted to get your thoughts on self-esteem. To me, this is a mental health issue because once people start tearing down your self-esteem, it brings out other things such as depression. And I think that is a lot of what I have been going through lately. So I thought it would be good to get it out there and have a talk with you all. So what I want to share with you all today is just a little bit of my own story of having quote unquote an invisible illness and how that is being perceived personally, well, let's say at home, also at work, and the isolation that it causes. So I have, number one, arthritis. So I have arthritis in my hands, I have arthritis in my spine, I have arthritis in my lower back, I have arthritis which started in my right knee, also in my left knee, and also in my feet. So needless to say that I am in pain every single day. And having arthritis, if you didn't know, can bring about fibromyalgia. So now I'm dealing with fibromyalgia. I noticed last night when I was sleeping, like the arm sleeve of my nightshirt sort of rolled up into a little roll back here, and I laid on it, and even that was painful. So this is what I call an invisible illness because, well, it's not what I call an invisible illness. It's actually an invisible illness. But it is called that because on the outside things look perfectly fine. So when things look perfectly fine, people tend not to believe that you are suffering at the level that you are suffering. And when I say they don't believe, you get complaints because sometimes you have to call out from work. That is making your coworkers have to work a little bit harder than they want to work. So you get blamed because you're not at work, but at the same time you're at home dealing with sometimes excruciating pain. And at home, it is not wanting to discuss it with your partner because you don't want to be perceived as the person who's, one, a hypochondriac, two, making things seem worse than they actually are, or you don't want them to get tired of hearing you complain all the time about the pain that you're in. So you tend to be quiet a lot about what's going on with you. And that is another edge of the invisible illness. So that can lead to the isolation, like I said, because you are on that island by yourself. And although people say, well, I'm with you on this, absolutely not. because you are not experiencing the pain that I feel. Therefore, you cannot understand the pain that I feel. You can be a little bit compassionate about it, but you are not actually feeling what I feel. Also, people are judgment. They are dismissive of your pain. They misunderstand, like especially when you have to call out from work. There actually is no compassion. I'll bring that back to the lack of compassion with people with a mental, I mean not a mental, an invisible illness. There's no compassion because I have been told that the expectation is that you be here. So we want you to be here. So I am caught in a spot where I constantly feel, let's say feel like I have to prove to people that I am actually struggling when I should not have to prove that I am struggling. And going through all of that stuff can take a toll on your mental health, and it can definitely take a toll on your self-esteem. So going through all that, I have learned that just because somebody cannot see your pain does not make it any less real or any less valid than somebody who has a physical illness. So I have been having feelings of just being alone in my pain. Even with my husband in the house, I feel like I'm alone with my pain because I just feel like I'm on this island where I don't want to say too much because I feel like I'm sort of bothering him with the pain or the complaints, quote unquote. So I tend not to say anything. So what I've also come to learn is that self-esteem is not about you being strong all the time or about everybody else understanding what you're going through. It is about recognizing your own value, even when you have the people behind you, or let's say behind your back, saying, well, she's never at work, or you can't be in that much pain. It is about recognizing your own value. It is about being kind to yourself, especially when things get hard. And on that note, let's take a little sip because I tend to get dry throat when I talk a lot. The thing that has helped me is to focus on the things that I can control. It is also my mindset, my self-care, and my boundaries. I have learned to celebrate my small victories and to give myself grace when things don't go as planned. It is not always easy, but every step forward is a testament to your strength. So some of the tools that I use, I know I have talked about here before, and I just noticed that I feel so much better when I do them. So the main thing that I have started doing again is meditation. And I tend to meditate, and then after I meditate, I journal. And it is something about putting it out on paper that makes you just feel so much better. So I am going to stop. I don't want to say being lazy, because I'm not being lazy, but I am going to be more consistent with keeping this as a part of my sort of mental health regimen or routine, because I always benefit from it when I do. And sometimes you have to cut people off at the pass. I have experienced hearing things secondhand from people about something that other people have said, and that is something that I definitely have to work on, is to cut them off so I don't have to listen to the shenanigans, because that is definitely affecting my mental health. So what I do want to ask of you is, if you're watching this and you are going through something similar, I want you to know that you are definitely not alone. I am definitely in this with you because this is something that I am struggling through now. Your struggle is valid. Your strength is incredible. So I want you to keep on holding on to your self-esteem, your self-worth, even when the world around you does not see it. And remember, it's okay to be gentle with yourself. You are doing the best that you can. So if you want to have a conversation with me in the comment section, definitely I welcome all interaction about this topic. Let's continue to lift each other up. Let's continue to be kind to ourselves. And remember that our worth isn't defined by anyone else's understanding. It is defined by us. So I want to thank you all so much for joining me for this little coffee talk or this little Coca-Cola talk. I miss my Monday morning makeups with my my tea of the Monday, but we're going to get back to that also. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, and this little stone in my hand, I have a subscription to a thing called Mindful Souls, and the whole purpose of this box was for like a meditation and stuff like that. And this stone, I promise you, I threw a little pamphlet away, so I don't remember what this stone is called, but it's supposed to give you clarity. So I am sitting here just holding on to this stone. And that is another aspect of things that I am doing for my own self-care as well. If you want to get into it, we can do that in another video. But remember to take care and be strong. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are already subscribed, please make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video coming out. Have a great day, and don't let your day be a waste of makeup. Bye.